Hello, and welcome back to this amazing channel. This is Abhinav. Today, in this particular video, we will discuss about the first 5 problems of starters, Codechef Starters 147, right? So, it was actually a really good contest, but the only thing I doubt about the Codechef contest is that initial some problems are very easy and later problems are very difficult. So, similarly, I can see in this particular contest also, if you will see, these were the problems that were given, and the first 4 problems were of a really easy level, but the next problems were very difficult in comparison to the first 4 problems, right? So usually what we expect is a gradually increase in the problem, so it's not like a hike in the problem difficulty. But yeah, this is what we actually see from last some time in code step, that initial problems are very easy, and then the next problem comes very difficult, right? So there's a jump in the difficulty that comes. But okay, so yeah, we will discuss about the first 5 problems only. Actually, I was trying this sixth problem also, and actually I was not able to solve it in the contest, obviously, so I tried up solving it. It is a problem of segment tree. I solved it actually. I got the logic and all, but yeah, obviously to explain it needs more clarity and it needs you to implement it by your own code. Then only I can explain, right? So I thought, okay, it will take a lot of time if I will implement by my own code. So I will first record the video for this first 5 problems, right? And then later, if I will get chance, I will try for the other problems also, right? Amazing. So this is what we are doing. Okay. So let's start. Okay, one by one, all the problems. So the very first problem is gold coins 101. This is actually a basic, a very easy problem. They are saying that there is a Sef and Safina and they are playing a football game. If the person who will win the game will get A gold coins, the person who will lose the game will get B gold coins. And if Sef has scored X goals, Safina has scored Y goals, then who will win? So obviously, if X is greater than Y, that means Seth will win, and you have to find the number of coins that will be got by Seth, right? So if number of goals of Seth are greater, that means Seth will win, and he will get the A coins. And if number of goals of Safina are better, then Seth will lose, and then he will get B coins, right? This is what the problem is actually. A very basic, a very simple problem of if-else statement. Cool, amazing. Uh, and let's move to the next problem. The next problem is, yeah, so the next problem is Independence Day 101. This problem says that on the occasion of Independence Day, Seb wants to design a new flag, and he actually has some strips of 3 different colors. So, 3 different colors ki strip hai. It has A strips of color orange, B strips of color white, and C strips of color green. Okay. Now he has to actually, join these strips to design a new flag such that no two adjacent strips share the same color, right? That is what they are saying. And if it is possible, you have to print yes, otherwise you have to print no. So this is actually, guys, a very common thing that we ask in a different way. We can say here it is asked in a different way. The problem ultimately, if I will tell you, the problem is that you have 3 numbers. Okay, let's say you have 3a value is 3, 4 is b, and let's say there are 2c. So basically problem क्या होती है ultimately? The problem is that कि you have to arrange these 3, let's say 3a हमारे पास में, forget about that orange, white and green. There are 4 b's present. Okay, there are 2c present. So we have to actually connect them in a single array or as a single string so that no two adjacent characters are same. For example, if I will start from b, then a, then b, then let's say c, a, c, b, a, b. You can see all the 3 a's are also done. Okay, then both the b's are all both the c's are also done, and all the b's are also done, right? So the thing is that in which case this thing is possible. Okay, is it like when is it possible to actually have this? Because let me give you an example. For example, if there are 10 C's, if there are 10 C's, then it is not possible. Then it is not possible, right? So अगर हम करते क्या है? What we do? कि we have 3 different numbers, right? We have 3 different numbers. So what we do? We obviously first of all get the largest number. For example, there is this is the number of C's present, right? This is the number of C's present. Let's say like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say number of C are 5. Let's say there are 5 C's. Okay. If you will say that when there is 5C, the answer will be possible. Why? I will tell you why. So, अगर हमारे पास 5 C हैं, okay. So if you will see if there are 5 C's, we have to actually place how many how many characters we can place in between. So the very first thing is, if we have 5 C's present, that means ultimately you have to put characters here. So we need at least 4 characters. We need at least 4 characters, and more we can place. If you want to place more, you can place before it or after it. But between it, there should be at least 4 characters present, right? So it can be A, then B, and then remaining B, A, B we can have later, right? So if you will see, the overall formula that you get is that you first take the input of all the 3 numbers A, B, and C, then you sort the array, then you take the maximum number separately and the other 2 numbers separately. So maximum number अलग हो जाएगा, तो जो बाकी 2 number अलग हो जाएंगे. And the thing is, this maximum number should be less than equal to the sum plus 1. Why? Because, or we can say like this, I am saying maximum number should be less than equal to sum plus 1, or we can say that sum should be greater than equal to maximum number minus 1. मतलब अगर maximum number 5 है, तो we need at least 4. तो जो sum है वो या तो 4 हो या उससे ज्यादा हो, जो बाकी 2 नंबर से सम है. क्योंकि मान लो अगर ये 5 था और यहाँ पे A और B मिला के सिर्फ 2 ही होते, तो बीच में सिर्फ 2 ही जगह आते, बाकी ना आ पाते. Are you getting or not? Right? So this is what the formula is. So just remind this formula. Whenever you have to have 3 numbers, you have to group in such a way. तो हम ऐसे करते हैं. और अगर मान लो बोला 2 से ज्यादा नंबर है, let's say if they are saying more than 2 numbers, in that case we can actually apply the logic of priority queue actually. ठीक है? तो if you will see, even I have also solved it initially using priority queue. If you will see my old solution, okay, here I have solved it using priority queue only. जहाँ पर so this is a different solution. Okay, so here they are just talking about 3 numbers, right? For 3 numbers you can use this logic also, but if there are more than 3 numbers, then what we do, then we do in a different way. Then what we can do is we can actually place it in a priority queue. Okay, let's say there are 3C, there are 3A, and there are 2B, right? So obviously the character which is present most number of time, I take that character first. So when I've taken a C, what will happen? This C will become 4 comma C, right? Then what will happen? Next number I cannot take C. Still I will check the top of the queue. If top of the queue is same as the previous character which I have taken, means I will take the second here. I will take A here, and then this A again frequency will be reduced. And next again I can take a C. Okay, I can take a C. Then again I cannot take a C, I will take a B. Okay, and now you can see this B will come up. Now again I will take a C. Okay, this will also become 2. Okay, then I will take a B, right, and so on. So this is how we can actually take. And if there's a case comes when there is only one number remaining and that number is also present in the last, that means the answer is not possible, right? So this is how we can perform this priority queue code. It is very complex actually. So for these 3 numbers that is not required, but if we have similarly, if you have more colors of these flag strips, then you can apply this, okay, this particular logic. Amazing. Moving forward, this is the code. This code says that truth teller and liars 101. This says that, again, these both problems were, I will say, are logical based problems. So let's discuss what the problem is. So this problem says that you are a traveler and you are at a junction of 2 paths, and one leads to eternal happiness and one leads to doom, right? So एक तरफ happiness, एक तरफ doom है. So what will they are saying, there are n plus m people. So basically there are n plus m people present. Okay, out of which they are saying that ki n people are actually those who will always tell the truth, who will always tell the truth कि किस तरफ happiness है और किस तरफ doom है. They will always tell the truth. They will always tell that particular door which is having happiness. And m people can maybe tell truth or they can also tell a lie. ठीक है. तो आपको इन n people पे डिपेंड करना है, पर ये n people कौन से डोंट नो. What you will actually do is you will take a randomly x, you will choose x people, and out of those x people you will ask, okay, which is the part to eternal. Out of that x people, there can some people who will always tell the truth, there will be some people who will always tell the lie. But what should be the minimum value of x they are asking, such that you will always get the right answer, and if it is not possible to get that value, you will print -1. अब let me give you example. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कि n 2 है, कि सिर्फ 2 लोग हैं जो कि ट्रूथ बोलते हैं, राइट, एंड m 10 है, राइट, 10 पीपल हैं दे हु कैन से ट्रूथ और lie both. So in this case answer will never be possible. Why it will never be possible? Because see, whichever case you will take, लायर्स, देखो आपको ऐसा एक्स लेना है, आपको एक ऐसा एक्स की वैल्यू लेनी है जिसमें कि द पीपल who are saying truth are more than people who are saying false. Why? Because the people who are saying true are more, then only you will say क्या, जो भी आपका मेजोरिटी आंसर आ रहा है वो आपका है. मान लो कि 10 पीपल ट्रू बोलेंगे और 7 पीपल जो कि फॉल्स बोलेंगे, ठीक है, अगर ऐसा केस है, तो जो भी, तो इन 10 पीपल ने एक ही आंसर दिया होगा डेफिनेट. मान लो इन सारे पीपल ने बोल दिया कि आप पार्ट 1 पे जाओ. अब इन 7 में से हो सकता है कुछ पार्ट 1 बोले, कुछ पार्ट 2 बोले, बट डेफिनेटली पार्ट 1 वाला आपका आंसर डोमिनेट करेगा, मतलब ज्यादा लोग बोलेंगे उसको, तो पार्ट 1 आंसर हो जाएगा. So you will always take that x such that the number of truth people हैं, they should be more than number of lie people, more than, not even equal. Even it will be equal, it can be a confusion कि सारे lie वालों ने p2 बोल दिया, सारे truth वालों ने p1 बोल दिया. How you can decide, right? So number of truth people should be more than the number of lie people, right? अब होगा क्या कि when even number of truth people are not more than number of lie people, that case can never happen. Because अगर हम लोग मान लो आप बोल रहे थे कि हम 3 का केस लें, हो सकता है तीनों lie वाले आ जाएं, मे बी. इट्स नॉट अ गारंटी ना कि 2 truth come and 1 lie will come. No, it can also be already that all lie will come, right? So first of all, if n is less than m, then answer will be -1. Answer is not possible even if it is equal. So you will see answer is only possible when n is greater than m, else answer is -1. Up if n is greater than m, then what will happen? See, if n is greater than m, then what will happen? If there are m lie people, let's say that we have taken a case where all the lie people came, that is the worst case. Worst case क्या होगा कि सारे lie वाले people आ जाएं. So if all the people who are saying lie will come in your x people, सारे m lie वाले आ गए, तो आपके पास कितने true वाले people होने चाहिए? There should be at least m plus 1 true people, और वो होंगे because जो आपका n है वो m से बड़ा है. तो टोटल नंबर ऑफ मिनिमम x जो आपका है वो 2m plus 1 होना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर इवन इन दिस 2m plus 1, इन द वर्स्ट केस if m lie people will come or if m false people will come, still you will be having m plus 1 true people, right? So the answer is 2m plus 1, right? This is how we are solving this third problem called truth teller and liars, right? Amazing. Next comes this non-prime, okay, 101. What is this problem? Let's discuss. This problem is again a basic problem. You are having an array and you have to find the pair of indices such that the sum of both the elements of that index is not prime. वो दोनों नंबर प्राइम नहीं होने चाहिए. So I have solved this problem in a brute force approach only. Why? Because the value of this a is 100 only. ठीक है. So not in the very brute force approach. The very brute force approach will be order of n square, that you will check for every pair. But that is not possible, right? It will give TLU. The better thing is that because we know that the element is between 100 to 1, that means जो sum होगा ai plus aj का वो आपका 2 से लेके 200 के बीच में होगा. So if we can know कि if between 2 to 200 how many non-prime numbers are there, then we will check for that only. So I will tell you how I have solved this problem. A very brute force approach only still. So let me explain to you. So you will see here, first of all, I have taken the input. Then what I am doing is that for all the numbers from 2 to 200, first of all I have taken a vector prime, okay, where all the values are initially 0. 0 means that I have considered all are not prime initially. Then we know that we have to check from 2 to 200. So for 2 to 200, every number I've called my is prime function. Is prime function will actually check for whether a number is prime or not. And if the number is prime, and making that primes of I1 else 0. So क्या होगा कि in this primes vector, whichever number is prime, corresponding to that index 1 will be there, else 0 will be there, right? Next what will happen? Now I will iterate through all the numbers of the array, right? I will iterate all the numbers of the array. Now let's say if the current number is ai, then I will see which non-prime numbers are greater than ai. Let's say आपका ai 5 है, तो मैं 6, ये जितने भी नॉन प्राइम नंबर है ना इससे ai से बड़े, फॉर एग्जांपल 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, आई विल चेक फॉर देम आर दे पॉसिबल टू, कैसे पॉसिबल होगा? जैसे कि अगर आपका ai 5 है डिफ तो, और आपको चाहिए 6, तो आपको अगर कहीं पे एक पहले मिल जाए, अगर पहले कहीं पे एक प्रेजेंट होगा तो 1 + 5 6 हो जाएगा. सिमिलरली अगर आपको 8 चाहिए तो पहले आपको 3 होना चाहिए, राइट? So what I will do, I will take the number x, which is the ai. Now for all the numbers from x plus 1 till 200, I will see if that number is not prime. First of all, that number is not prime, कि भाई ये number हो सकता है, that the sum of ai and aj should be this ii. So vi means ai we already have. Difference क्या है? मान लो आपको चाहिए कि your sum is, let's say you want your sum as 12 and your current number is 5. That means 7 पहले कहीं प्रेजेंट होना चाहिए. वो आप कैसे निकालोगे? टू फाइंड दैट whether the difference is present before, I'm actually storing every number in a map. So if the difference is present in a map, that means it was present before, and now you will simply print the value of the difference. So difference index basically, right? At what index the difference was present before, and the index of current. And I've added +1 because they want one based indexing, right? So this is how, guys, I have solved this particular problem. Right, I have solved this particular problem, a brute force approach only, kind of, right? Amazing. Cool. Okay, if you want, means you guys say I actually sometimes take very slow, so if you want I can take a dry run also. For example, for this 1 2 3 4, I will tell you how it will work. Okay, so if this is 1 2 3 4, what I will do, initially I will store all the, I will take a primes array where I will store that whether the number is prime or not for all the numbers from 1 to 200, but I will not take up to 200. I will take for initial some numbers only, because that is what is required also, right? So let's say 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. This is prime, this is prime, and else are not prime, right? Amazing. Now I will start from 1. Initially my map is empty. Okay, now I will start from 1. For 1, which are the possible prime numbers? After 2 is which are the non-prime numbers? Which are the possible non-prime numbers? You can see I'm checking for numbers which are not prime, right? So after 1, 4 is a not prime number. But for 1 to become 4, you need a +3. But there was no 3 before it. I'm just saying for the before it, right? Now next non-prime is 6. For that you need +5 and so on. तो आप देखो कि 1 के पहले कुछ है ही नहीं, तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं होगा, right? Then move forward, and now it will store 1, 0, means now 1 is present in index number 0. Now for 2, again you will check for next non-prime, which is 4, कि कहीं 2 + 2 तो नहीं है, then 2 + 4 नहीं है, तो again for 2 also it is not possible, but then this 2 will be stored as 2, 1. Now 3 will come. For 3, next non-prime is 4, and their difference is 1. Now it will see क्या कोई पहले 1 present है? Yes, a 1 is present, add index number 0, and then it will print the answer, right? This is how we are doing here. So I hope that you've got the understanding of this particular problem, but still if you have any doubt regarding any other problem, you can ask that to me in the Telegram channel, okay? Or you can join or you can comment down. I will discuss, okay? Amazing. Now the last problem for this particular video is the case subsequence problem, case subsequence 101. This problem is actually a very amazing, interesting problem. The problem says that let B is an array, okay, of size more than 2, greater than or equal to 2, right? And the value of FB is actually summation of BI plus BI plus 1 from 1 to M minus 1. More specifically, मैं बता रहा हूँ होता क्या है, हो क्या रहा है यहाँ पर कि for let's say your array B is like this, b1, b2, b3, b4, b5, right? So the value of fb will be the summation of every pair. So b1 plus b2, then b2 plus b3, let's say we have 4 only, okay, then b3 plus b4. So eventually it will be b1 plus 2 into b2 plus 2 into b3 plus b4. Or more specifically, we can say that the value of fb will be the uh, twice of every number other than the corner element. So you have to take the twice of every number other than the corner elements. ठीक है, तो कॉर्नर एलिमेंट को छोड़ के बाकी सारे नंबर्स का ट्वाइस यू विल टेक, right? This is what we have to do. Up the interesting thing in this, they are not asking you the value of this. They are saying that C is, let's say, a K size subsequence. So you have to take a subsequence of size K, a subsequence of size K, जिसकी ये value maximum है, right? For example, if you will see this particular case, ये इनका एक case है, sorry, okay, like this. And here they are saying their n is 5, so n इनका 5 है, their n is 5 and k is 3. मतलब आपको 3 size का सब sequence चाहिए such that that value was true. So we will see here, if you will take this subsequence, then your answer will be true. How it will be? 1 plus 15 plus 15 plus 7, so ultimately 38, which is the maximum possible. There is no other value more than 38 possible, right? Amazing, amazing. So now how we can actually solve it? How we can actually solve it? Let's discuss that, right? तो देखो होगा क्या, there are actually some other way also of solving it, where you will consider all the possible combination. You will I have seen, even I tried initially with the priority queue only. तो जो मेरा solution भी था ना वो priority queue से था, where we can use priority queue, and through priority queue we can get the top k elements, and then we can have some corner cases also when you will not take the border top k elements, you will take, and all of that. So वो एक अलग है. But here I will discuss the very unique approach of solving this problem. See, the best thing about this problem and the thing to notice is that the range of this element A was just up to 50, right? And whenever this thing, because see, obviously if this was not useful, they can give you the range up to 10 power 5 also, right? If time complexity just depends on n. But यहाँ पर क्या है कि because this element is just up to 50, we can get use of it. How? So see guys, what we can do here, we will do a type of a, not a brute force, ठीक है, बट एक बेटर तरीके से करते हैं. देखो होगा क्या, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं आपसे बोलूं, ठीक है, आपको ब्रूट फोर्स करना है. अब व्हाट इज ब्रूट फोर्स? ब्रूट फोर्स मींस that you have to start from every index and you take the next k elements or the next subarray of size k which is having maximum. Let me give you example. So let's take a very random array, ठीक है. Let's say this is the array. Let's say it is having 3 1 8 5 1 3 6 2 9 3, for example, like this, okay. So if you will see, the value of n is 10 and the value of k is let's say 4, for example 4 है k की value, ठीक है. तो आपको एक 4 size की just give me 1 minute. Okay, amazing. So this is what is given to you, okay. You have to take a subsequence of what? You take a subsequence of size k such that the sum of their elements twice of the sum of their elements, but removing the except the border elements. Border elements will be considered first, between elements will be considered twice. उनका जो sum है maximum हो. अब उसमें क्या करें? For example, I am saying that you will start your subsequence from index for int. Let's say मैंने कहा आपका ये एक int है, यू हैव टू स्टार्ट योर सब सीक्वेंस फ्रॉम हियर, दैट्स इट। आपको अपना सब सीक्वेंस यहीं से ही स्टार्ट करना है। इट इज व्हाट वी आर सेइंग कि यहीं से स्टार्ट ही करना है, देयर इज नो अदर ऑप्शन। तो अब अगर यहाँ से स्टार्ट करते हो तो क्या कहाँ तक कौन कौन से नंबर लोगे सो दैट योर फाइनल सम इज मैक्सिमम। इफ यू विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दिस IND, which numbers you will take so that your final sum is maximum? Let's see. So what you will do, initially in your sum this 5 will be added, right? Obviously next you have to take, because your final distance should be 4, your final subsequence should be of size 4, so you will take two more numbers. Let's say for example you have taken this number more and this number more, let's say. So if you have taken these two numbers more, so these two numbers will be added twice, and then one last number you will take more, which will be added just once. This will be your final sum. So means next two k minus 1 numbers, next k minus 2 numbers will be taken twice, and then last number will be taken only once. This is what will happen starting from this index number IND. Okay. And obviously if that next k minus 2 numbers should be taken twice, so that should be the maximum numbers, which we should take, right? So what I will do, this is the IND I have taken. Now I will start from here, and I will also keep track of a priority queue. Okay, I will keep track of priority queue. So I'm actually telling you in a different way, and this priority queue will be a min heap. So minimum number will come at the top. I will tell you why. Okay. And in this priority heap, what I will do, I will keep track of the top k minus 2 numbers after this IND. Top k minus 2 numbers, understand? And if we want top k minus 2 elements, if you have solved the lead code problem, so you have to take a min heap, right? So first you will take this element, okay, insert it. Then you will take this element, okay, insert it. And whenever you will take an element, you will keep inserting it, and you will also add it here. So let's say this 1 into 2 will be added here, and then this 3 into 2 will be added, right? Amazing. तो अभी दो ही थे, तुमने इन दोनों को यहाँ पे इंसर्ट कर लिया, तो 1 and 3. Okay. अब see guys, अब when one more number come which is 6, that 6 will be added in below, and then this 6 into 2 will also be added. Up see, when this 6 into 2 is added, now the size of this priority queue become more than k minus 2, because k is 4, so this priority queue should be size just 2. We need just two numbers which are max, right? तो क्या होगा कि हम ये टॉप वाला हटा देंगे और यहाँ से भी उसको सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देंगे जो हमने ऐड किया था पहले. We will subtract it, and from here also we'll remove it. Right. This is how I will go on, and I will keep track of the top k minus 1 elements. And also when I will go forward, let's say मैं 2 पे गया, तो before inserting this 2, क्योंकि already हमारे priority queue में 2 elements आ चुके हैं, तो what I will do, I will consider this 2 as the second end of our subsequence. कि मतलब ये जो 2 है ये हमारा subsequence का second end है. Are you getting? So basically what I am doing is let's say okay, there is some problem happened. Yeah. हाँ, तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गई थी आई थिंक. हाँ, तो फॉर एग्जांपल हमने यहाँ से स्टार्ट किया फ्रॉम दिस IND3, okay, and we got the 5, right? So I will take a j that will start from this IND plus 1 and will go up to a point. तो let's say वो j यहाँ पर पहुंचा, तो what we are considering it that we will have a subsequence starting from IND, it will end at j, तो obviously j भी ऐड हो जाएगा, और इसके बीच के जो एलिमेंट्स है, द एलिमेंट्स बिटवीन IND एंड j, that will keep store in a priority queue of size k minus 2, एंड जितने भी एलिमेंट्स इसमें पड़े होंगे इसके लिए 3 और 6 पड़ा होगा, बिकॉज दे आर द टॉप k minus 2 एलिमेंट, उनका ट्वाइस हम यहाँ पे ले लेंगे, राइट? एंड इस सम का जो भी मैक्सिमम होगा वो हमारा आंसर हम लोग स्टोर करेंगे. तो इफ यू विल सी हियर, हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि हम IND ले रहे हैं. अब देखो IND क्या है, आई विल टेल यू लेटर व्हाट इज दिस IND, बट लॉजिक देखो, लॉजिक क्या है, दैट वी आर हैविंग अ j which is starting from ind plus 1 going up to n, लास्ट तक पूरा जा रहा है वहां से लेके लास्ट तक, right? Initially in the sum you have taken, you can see initially in the sum ने कुछ नहीं लिया है, हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि we are having a sum. This sum will actually store the sum of the top k minus 2 elements का twice, कि जो elements इसमें होंगे ना priority queue में, the elements will be present at priority queue which are actually top k minus 2 elements in between ind and j, उनका twice वो sum store करेगा. So you can see what I'm doing whenever I take an element j, I'm inserting in the priority queue, I'm adding the twice of it in the sum, and if the size of the priority queue is become more than k minus 2, I'm subtracting that top element and I'm removing it from the priority queue. So basically this sum will store the twice of top k minus 2 elements. This sum will store the twice of top k minus 2 elements, right? And once we have the sum of twice of top k minus 2 elements between ind and j, so then our final sum will be that sum plus ARR of ind plus ARR of j, right? जो हम यहाँ पे ले, अब बोलोगे सर अभिनव यहाँ पे ARR of j is fine, but why we are not taking ARR of ind? So actually guys, ARR of ind is actually I. How? ये आते हैं अब आप बोलोगे अभिनव that is fine कि we will start from ind and I will consider it later कि क्या maximum है, but for how many ind we will check? If we will check for every index as ind, then it will give TLE. It will be order of n square solution, but no guys, we will not check for every ind. Okay, we will only check for those indexes from where a new element is being started, is getting started. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आप देखो तो जो ये 1 है, हम इस 1 के लिए चेक करेंगे स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम दिस 1 आगे कहां तक जाए. अब when you check for this one, I will not again check for this one. Why? Because दो बार 1 को बॉर्डर में लेना, there is no sense. The whole logic is about कि which element will be in the border. That is the whole logic is about, because the element which is in the border will be just considered 1, right? तो हम हर एक एलिमेंट को स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 1 to 50 विल कंसीडर ओनली 1. सो फर्स्ट आई विल ट्राई टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 1 कि 1 से कहां तक जाए, देन आई विल ट्राई टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 2, देन 3 जो पहला 3 है, then 4 no, then 5 and so. So if you will see initially for every number of this array ARR, I'm storing the element first index. So for every element I'm storing the first index where it is present. For example, for 3 it is present at 0, the first index. 1 is present at 1, 5 is present at 3, 8 is present at 2. And now for every number from 1 to 50, if that number is not present in the array, continue. If the number is present in the array, then find that at what index it is present. It is present at index number ind. And now that on that ind, apply our logic. What logic? That we will keep increasing from ind plus 1 to n. And if my priority queue has two numbers, if it has two numbers, which two numbers are the top k minus 2 numbers, not just 2 numbers, sorry, k minus 2 elements, right? So whenever my priority queue will have top k minus 2 elements, twice of that, I will get that sum, I will get ARR of j, because that I am considering at the second end, and my first end is this ind only, and I am getting the max, right? So this is the logic that we have used, right? I hope that you have got the understanding of this particular problem. If still you have any doubt, you can ask that to me in the Telegram channel, or you can ask in the comment section, right? So the basic thing is that we'll not check for every number starting from 1 to like for every index. We'll check for every number, just 1 2 3 4 up to 50. Okay, so I hope that you have got this particular problem. Okay, but yeah, I will say this contest was really good, right? All the 5 problems were good, but yeah, this last problem was on a higher difficulty level. Thank you.